This is how you know this is my first time playing this game. Let's give this a try.
Jestem Bartosz Miś. Twoje nazwisko? Cześć Boże, żołnierzu. Jestem Bartosz Miś.
That seems about right here. And of course, let's keep that language in English because I don't know Polish or Russian. So this is the Steam Next Fest demo for Telegraphist 1920 Beats of War. As you can see in the top left corner and on the screen, this is an alpha demo. Mostly for the core gameplay mechanics, not so much the story. But let's continue to get to the main screen first. Telegraphist 1920 Beats of War is described as a narrative rhythm game that lets you experience the Battle of Warsaw from the perspective of a war telegraphist. So you know those messages, the people sending messages back and forth between the soldiers and the commanders and such. I mean, I'm not sure how a rhythm game works for what is basically a typing game, but I guess we're gonna find out. So let's begin. Alright, to tap the telegraph key, you press space. To change the frequency, a left click. And to skip the dialogue, you press E. Very simple. And of course, the delay calibration. Crucial to any rhythm game. The problem is that my sense of timing sucks. So right now it's minus 4 milliseconds, right? It's like 4 milliseconds off. I think that's 4 milliseconds too early. But if we try it again, now it's 33. I promise I'm not like trying to do that on purpose. Calibration is very important for like any rhythm game, but I'm just so poor at timing that I always get it always varies wildly, so I always do it thrice. And to get a sense of the average. And I mean, this is a little faster than the average between 4 and 33, but we'll take this one.
Imię i nazwisko?
Wójcik Józef.
Przydział telegrafista. Masz szczęście, że trafiłeś do naszej jednostki. Potrzebujemy cię jak najszybciej. Rąk do pracy nigdy za wiele. Głowa do góry, młody. Dajemy im łupnia. Siedząc w celi pewnie nic nie słyszałeś. Kijów jest nasz. Ukraina jest wolna. Zaraz wyślę do ciebie jednego z naszych telegrafistów. Pokażę ci, jak działają nasze maszyny.
This is certainly sound timing to be releasing this game. This game has a release date on Steam of December 2023. I'm sure no one planned for something like current world events. No one ever does. But...
Cześć Boże, żołnierzu. Jestem Bartosz Miś. Twoje nazwisko?
Wójcik Józef.
Zacznijmy od podstaw. Nadasz kilka ćwiczebnych wiadomości. Pamiętaj, że liczy się utrzymanie odpowiedniego rytmu. Nasz sprzęt
All right, well,
nieco się różni od tego, który obsługiwałeś wcześniej.
When broadcasting messages, it's all about keeping the right rhythm. When the finger points at a dash, hold down the telegraph key.
Znośnie. Nie
Bearable.
oczekuj ode mnie wielkich pochwał, chłopcze.
I saw perfects and greats in
Nadawane
there.
wiadomości nie zawsze skierowane są do tego samego celu. Czasem
Right, well, sometimes we
należy
need to
zmienić
switch the
częstotliwość,
frequency.
aby nadawać w inne miejsce. Kiedy zacznie świecić się lampa na urządzeniu po lewej,
So we have to
znaczy
check the
to, że
lamp
musisz
on the
zmienić
device on the
częstotliwość.
left.
W tym celu mocno obróć pokrętło.
There's the lamp. And he seems to have
Poznałeś już
gotten it.
podstawy. Na ten moment wystarczy. A teraz do roboty. Mam tu dla ciebie parę wiadomości do przekazania sztabowi Warszawy.
I'm not sure that I'm a fan of like it starting off with a note immediately as you hit the next page. There's like no way to read that. It is keeping in with the music though.
To nadaje do Warszawy.
Ja
Widziałem wielką armię. Konna armia, biegną tu, pędzą,
Well,
jest
it
ich
seems
mnóstwo.
like important
Miliony.
information Warsaw will want to
Pędzą
know.
od wschodu.
An army is rushing from the east.
Tak, bolszewicy. I wszyscy muszą wiedzieć. Postawcie cały front na nogi.
Like if you notice at the very beginning of the line, it does show you with like the little blue dot at the end. I guess I will give it that. Well, we got an S plus. That's like the best I've ever gotten on a rhythm game sight read. Well, time to defend Ukraine. And so the war. The first striking force of the civil war in Russia, commanded by Budyonny, a cruel and barbaric horse army, has reached the Allied positions. The defenders faced the biggest test of their lives. Before the onslaught of this army, the Tsar himself fell. In the Ukrainian villages, he begins the great project of building a line of trenches. The generals are determined to defend themselves in the villages beyond Kiev. However, the characteristics of the terrain make it the attacker who has the advantage. Will Ukraine become part of the new Red Empire? Very important what we're doing here. But no time to think about implications on history. Gotta keep time with the music. This is a very lenient army, I gotta say. Lets you listen to music while sending important messages to the field. Oh. I was not warned about that. There was a miss. But I still got an A. Having had this part in action now, it feels very jarring to suddenly just have to change the frequency. And part of it might be because I'm so focused on the map in front, the notes in front. And you know, to be fair, when you have to change the frequency, you don't look at the notes anymore. But I'm not really looking for this, and I have to shift the way my brain is working, like away from push button to click and turn. You know. Anyway, our next is the Battle of Radzimin on August 15th. Honestly, this narrative of how the war is progressing would probably be a little more engaging if I weren't, like, you know, just skipping around because this is the demo.
Są tutaj. Złapaliśmy ich zwiadowców. Są już na przedmieściach.
Oh,
Wzięli miasto całkowicie z zaskoczenia. Straciliśmy jedyną linię obrony przed
the
Warszawą.
army is here.
Musimy działać szybko i cały czas być w gotowości. Przed sekundą otrzymałem rozkazy od dowództwa. To był zaszczyt móc z panem
We're
służyć.
losing our companion Bartos. Oh. No, there are notes down there. There are notes down there after all. But it gets blocked out, so you can't even see it. So it's kind of hard to talk while you're like playing a rhythm game, but and that's why like I've suddenly fallen silent. But I do think that this is a very interesting way to go about a rhythm game. Really.
Dostałem raport ze sztabu polowego. Ruscy się
Don't
wycofali.
like
Odbyliśmy Radzymin.
The frequency change. I do wonder
Ale nie są
if
tacy silni, na jakich wyglądają.
we had
Musimy
screwed up.
bronić radiostacji aż do końca.
How? Why? I just sent telegrams. I do wonder if I had screwed up any part, if the course of history might change and we wouldn't have recaptured Radzimin. We would have. We would have. My brain's not working right now. It's a little late. We would have lost and would have had to flee from the radio station. You know, I do wonder if that would have been the case. I'm not going to try it. We are going to restart to see if I can get a better score than a B now that I'm not sight reading anymore. Granted, this is a very easy sight read actually.
Są tutaj. Złapaliśmy ich zwiadowców. Są już na przedmieściach.
But
Wzięli miasto
having the
całkowicie z
frequency
zaskoczenia.
change and
Straciliśmy
knowing there were
jedyną linię
notes on the
obrony przed
bottom
Warszawą.
really threw me off.
Musimy działać szybko i cały czas być w gotowości. Przed sekundą otrzymałem rozkazy od dowództwa. To był zaszczyt móc z panem służyć.
Tapping during doesn't make a difference. But no, like I was saying, this is a very interesting choice to frame a rhythm game around. I do think a frequent problem with rhythm games that aren't like expressly rhythm. Ooh, I didn't fix it in time because I was busy trying to talk. Is that doesn't actually go to the beat of the song. And I think this is doing a better job of it than those kinds of games that I'm thinking of.
Dostałem raport ze sztabu polowego. Ruscy się wycofali. Odbyliśmy Radzymin.
Like I'm not a really good judge of things keeping to beat and rhythm because, you know, again, my timing is absolutely terrible. And yep, there we go. There's an 8. That's all I wanted. I absolutely just press as I see buttons, not with the music. But I think it is a very interesting attempt at creating a different kind of rhythm game. Again, I would be much more invested in the war happening around your character if it weren't for how this demo in particular works. You're jumping around different levels. And I would like to see what difficulty options would look like. This game, just based off the screenshots available on Steam, it looks like you are also able to edit your own note charts in the future. Not available in this demo, of course. But because of the specific narrative, I wonder like how much they'll lean into the rhythm side of things and how much they will lean into the war story side of things. For now though, this was some... Oh wait, you know what? The level editor is here. That's my bad. And there are multiple levels. Lost Battle, Radzimin, and Homage Rosmarini Remix. Let's take a look at what this one is. I don't think we heard this one at all. Oh, that one's tricky. It's a dash with an immediate dot after. Oh, that's been the trickiest set so far. 3 dashes with immediate dots in a row. Oh, these are the kinds of beats I did not think would be in this kind of game. That bass dropped. It does seem like the rest of this track is blank though. So we'd have to edit to add in more notes, huh? So if you're the kind of person who enjoys making step charts, yes, okay. Let's go back to the menu. Let's take a look at what that level editor looks like. Oh, so people will be able to share. I'm gonna pause that so we can zoom out. And yep, there we go. That was the fun sequence of notes. and then it stopped. I'm actually not sure what the heck what I'm doing will cause, but I guess we're gonna find out. Ooh, that overlay is going to be screwy for someone. I see. Alright, well. Ah, that's where that song comes from. It's the opening. It's the main, it's the title screen song. Alright, but that was Telegraphist, 1920, Beats of War. An interesting take on a rhythm game. It's hard to be too harsh on it because this is again an alpha, but it's a very unique take. I look forward to seeing how it chooses to lean into the rhythm side of things, because the war story is, of course, this is based off a historical event, the Battle of Warsaw from 1920. So it is certainly hard to change much of that, unless maybe they do something like I was talking about, where if you screw up a level, you've lost a battle. Just a thought. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Have a great night.